Hi guys, welcome back to session 2 of Building with Generative AI workshop. And now in this session, we are going to cover a lot of things, and we will be also making announcements regarding the next two sessions, which is going to be like the third and fourth one. So the first thing is like we would like to start with a quick recap and quiz. So, like in this session, we will be mainly focusing on building a basic chatbot with ChatGPT, or you can say that OpenAI. So this is going to be the main agenda for this session. Okay. So now we will start with quick recap. So let's move to discussing about like agenda for this session, and then we will start our session gradually. If someone is by mistake present in the webinar chat, then please ask them to join here, because like in that particular group there were issues with a lot of people. They were not able to join the meetings. So I have changed the meeting link, and same I'll do it for session 3 and session 4. I'll be sharing links to you guys in the WhatsApp group. So keep an eye over there. Okay. So let's start. So agenda for second session is we will start with recap and quiz. Then we will move further for chat session handling in ChatGPT, like how session is being handled in ChatGPT. And then we will create a multi-turn conversation, means similar like the last one which we have created. That one was Q&A assistant. So similar that like that we will be having multi-turn conversation. But the twist is we are going to also consider here the context. Like AI should also remember the context of the conversation. So this is going to be the unique parameter in the second session. Next, we will cover up like building your first chatbot. Then we will be discussing about like debugging and common issues which you might face during the development of the chatbot. And last will be mini project, which we can say that creative chatbot. Okay, so this is how the overall plan for today. So let's quickly start with quiz. So I'm going to create some Q&A, and you will have to answer in the like Q&A where I'll be asking it out. So you need to answer it shortly. So I'm adding questions over there. So I have added the first question, and you have total 2 minutes time to answer it. And as I mentioned, like these informations will be used for like presenting part like appreciation certificate to you guys. So you should answer these questions so that I can have an idea like how attentively you have attended the first session, and then we will start our second session accordingly. I'm adding up few more questions. So like just quickly answer all of these questions. These are very short questions. Just to check like how attentive you were in the first session. So like I'm adding few questions, just quickly answer them, and then you can put a thumbs up after answering so that I can have an idea how many you have given. All right, so I've got one response from Rajesh, large language model. That's right. And no one has responded other than him. Quite strange. Have you got like low in energy after first half? I'm still waiting for your responses. We will wait till 1:38 and then we will continue. It's present in Q&A session, not in like chat. So there are two segments, chat and Q&A segment. So in Q&A, you can find all these things. So for Q&A, click on more, and then you'll be able to see these segments. Okay. So most of you guys are now not seeing the questions in the Q&A. No worries, I'm writing the questions in the normal chat then. I've got few comments in the recent one, but I don't know why you guys are not able to like Q&A settings. How many of you are not getting Q&A settings? Just let me know. Ankit is not able to see this. Okay. Puneet Gupta, me. All right. Okay. So a lot of you are not able to see. So let me write the in chat. I asked what does LLM stands for. I'm writing the chat all the three questions in one go, and you can answer them directly by like tagging the answers. There are total three questions, so it will not take much time. I've added in the chat directly. You can visit there. But also I have received few answers in like Q&A segment as well. It's quite strange that you guys are not seeing Q&A. All right. I think we have like got sufficient answers. Now we can move further. Thank you for your response, guys. Now I can have idea like you guys have attentively attended the session one. So we can spend some more attentive session in this one. All right. So let's jump to the next thing, that is like now we are going to create chatbot proper. Earlier, we have created a Q&A assistant. Now we are going to convert it into a particular chatbot. So what will be in session one, we have created one short Q&A response, and then we have also converted it into multi-turn conversation, but that was not up to the mark. In new like chatbot scenarios, we need like it should remember context, it should respond naturally, and it should also adapt personality. Means one of you have asked like can we make it optimal for a particular scenario or particular specific use case, you have asked, right? So that is the thing we are going to do in this particular session. Okay, who has asked this question? Can you raise your hand, please? Like someone has asked this question, can we make it adaptive for a particular a specific category? Someone has asked this question. I didn't remember his name, so I just want that you should raise your hand so that I can have an idea like you are present or not. Okay, I think he is not present here. No worries. So we are going to create a chatbot which will be remembering context, and also it's going to respond naturally, and it will also adapt personality. So how we are going to do this? So for that, like we will need to deal with session handling. So first of all, we are going to understand what is session handling in chat. So in chat, session handling simply means like you need to process the overall structure of live chat. Like when user inputs into the chat, then uh, I didn't get your concern, Sarangi. Can you turn on your mic and speak, please?
Can you off the real time text?
Okay, I'll turn it off. I've turned it off actually, but why this is coming up?
Actually, my display has split, so actually the whole bar has appeared on my screen of real
Okay,
time
let me
text.
just quickly change the real time. transcript. It's off. Let's come to meeting settings. Live captions is coming up, right?
Yes.
I have turned it off. So how it's coming up? It's quite a strange. One second. So I have a stop transcription. Is it still coming up or it has stopped?
It's better now, sir.
All right. So I think it must have stopped, or it's still coming up. Just confirm me. Is it visible now, or like it has stopped?
So it
Sharangi.
has.
Okay. So can we continue now? Okay. So I was discussing about like what is chat session handling. Okay. So see the overall life cycle of a proper live chat is considered as a session handling. So it consists of multiple processes. The first thing is like when user enters an input, then model process the input and then it gives us the response. And after that, like it is being stored in context, and then like it is ready for the next run, means it is now again ready for accepting the new user input, right? The whole overall process considered as chat session handling. Is there any concern or questions from you guys, or is it clear to all? Is there any questions regarding chat session handling? All right. So if you are done with this, then we can move to the next thing, that is like multi-turn chat. What is multi-turn chat? See, multi-turn chat is considered as like you have asked a question to the chatbot has responded to you. Again, it is ready for like answering your next question. So this is called multi-turn chat. Okay. Single turn chat, what it does, you ask a question, it answers you, and it just a stop. Okay, but in case of multi-turn chat, it is ready for again answering your questions once the first question has been answered. Is it clear or have any doubt? I'm discussing this theoretical part so that like we can have a proper idea regarding like what we are going to build and how we are going to build. Okay, and then we will dive into the creation of a proper chatbot using OpenAI, or you can say that ChatGPT. Okay, is there any concern or any query? You can either react or like you can write in the chat. It will be helpful for me to understand like you guys are getting it things proper or not. If not, then you can ask me to repeat. I'll repeat it. I do not have any problem with that, so you should always ask questions. All right, so if it is clear to you, then we can move to the open AI chat basics. So what we need to do is like uh, we need to understand how we are going to create an OpenAI chatbot. So what we should do is like we will be doing the same stuff which we have done in the Gemini. The thing will change is like now we will be adding context over here. So you can see that like for connecting to OpenAI chat, we need to like import the library first, and then we will be doing the same stuff like uh, making connection to OpenAI, and then we will prepare a message, and then we will pass this message to the OpenAI OpenAI chat API. So it will give us the response, and from response we will be able to extract the output. Okay, so this action we will perform, but I would like to cover up the theory part first so that we can have a broader picture in our mind when we jump into the coding part. Okay, so I want the most of the time of this particular session to be engaged in meetings. Okay, okay. In this case, no API key is used. It will be used if you remember the Gemini example, when you were using it locally, there was a suggestion to store the API key in the environment variable. Do you remember that, Rajesh? There was a statement. I've also mentioned to you that API key is being stored in like environment variables, right? So it will fetch it automatically. But in this case, we will be passing API keys again. Okay. But that's not the best practice for passing API keys manually. But like just for your convenience and we can work on the web, we will be passing API keys over here. Okay. Any confusion? Any doubt so far? Or we can proceed further? No worries. If you were not in the first session, Deepak, then don't worry. I have uploaded the video on YouTube. You can like access it from there. Okay. And rather than writing in the RTT chat, you should like write in the chat segment. All right. So like, all right. Now I'm going to move to the next slide, and that is hands-on coding a chatbot loop. So how we are going to create a chatbot is using loop. So I have shown you an example of like chatbot using loop. We were doing while loop and we have set it the while loop to be checked at true, and we were checking out for the keywords exit or like quit, and if that keyword was passed in the input field, then we were like setting up the while loop to a stop, or we were breaking up the loop, or in other scenario we were just passing the questions to response API and we were getting up the response. So the similar kind of thing we will be doing up over here. What we will do, we will initialize the message list and then we will append user input in each turn. So rather than like just forgetting everything. So what it was doing, like we were not storing any message array. We were just showing all these things on live, like in real time. So what it was like when we have closed the Jupyter like Google Colab, or the session has ended, all the chat has been discarded. It has not been stored anywhere else. So in this case, what we are going to do is we are going to initialize a message list, means we are going to process a list of messages, and in that list, whenever user asks a new question, we will be appending the user input to that particular message list. And after that, we will send the message to the API, means user input to the API along with like other messages as well. Like the message list, overall message list, we will be passing to the REST API. So what we are going to do is like just remember, initially suppose we have all right. Suppose we have initially empty message list and user inputted something, user input. Okay. So now we can say that like there are total one message. Now we will be passing one message to this API. Okay. And once it will give the response, we will print. After response, we will be printing the response. Now again, when it will go to like user input, and again now it will inserted, now the count will be two. Sorry, two, not three, total three messages. If we are storing them, then three. If we are not storing response, then in that case there will be two messages, and we will now pass the both message to the message API, and then we will be getting up the response and passing it over here. Have you got it or not? Is it clear? Our plan is clear to you guys or not? Like what we are planning to do? I'm waiting for your response in the chat. Okay. So if it is clear to you, then we can move to the next segment, and that is like system instructions. So what it is? The thing is, I have discussed about a term called prompt engineering, right? You were also concerned about like, sir, what is prompt engineering? Are we going to learn the prompt engineering or not? Okay, so we will be having a separate session tomorrow for prompt engineering specifically. But now, before going for prompt engineering, what we are going to do is we will be adding some instructions to define like roles behavior, means what's the role of each conversation, so that we can have a proper structured response and we can display it properly as a chatbot responses, or you can say that chatbot conversation. Okay. Now, like how we are going to specify the role. So, for example, we are going to say them that you are a movie guide. So, like OpenAI will be responding as considering as a movie guide. Like so, if OpenAI will consider themselves as a movie guide, and they will be answering questions based on like thinking of a movie guide. Similarly, if you are passing the behavior as a math tutor, so he will that will process the answers according to a math tutor. So, like in real world, how a math tutor is going to think in the similar way, now the OpenAI will mimic as a math tutor, and it's going to answer the things accordingly. So, the person who has asked about like uh, will I be able to like make a particular specific chatbot like for a particular category? So yes. So now using these roles and you can say that instructions, we will be able to do this, right? So like we will be defining roles in our instructions. Okay, so that ChatGPT, or we can say that OpenAI API responds accordingly, and we can have like perfect answers, or we can say that like likely going to be almost perfect answers. All right. Now, talking about like debugging common issues. So what common issues you might will be facing, I'm telling you beforehand, and I'll be also discussing the same thing after creation of the chatbot, because we are going to face similar issues during creation of the chatbot, because I'm going to act like a noob, like I'm new to this, and I'm going to act like that, and I'm going to code like that, so that you guys can relate to it and you can understand how you will be creating a chatbot by yourself when I'll be not present there for you. Okay. So I'm planning to teach you in a way that you can create your chatbots by your own self. Okay. So just consider this session in that way. So what we are going to do is we are going to like debug. So there will be a scenario of missing API keys. So we will have to configure our env, or like we have to check our config files so that we should not have any missing environment variables. Then we might use too many tokens. So what it will do, it will like utilize our responses too fast. Like it will be using too many tokens for processing our response, and we will be having a limitations, means we will having a limit on our uh, access token. So that will also cause a problem. So we will be also optimizing that, like we will be trimming conversation history so that like uh, it should use less token in response generation, and we can have a longer conversation, or we can say that we can have a bigger conversation. Okay. Right now, you in free versions, you have also came across this kind of scenario that you have exhausted all your tokens. Have you come across like this things or not? And they put up a limit of like you can try after this much hour, or this way things. Okay. Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, guys. Now I'm going to okay. Can you provide a real world example of a weird output and how it was fixed by refining the system prompt? Yes, we will be doing that. Don't worry about that, Ankit. That will be done in the live. API will be responding in that way. Don't worry about that. So weird outputs, then we will have to define our system prompt. Okay. And in what we will do in defining system prompt is that defining proper roles, and also like defining that what they should process and how they should process. Okay. Like they might be considering themselves as some different kind of scenarios, or they might like hallucinate, or they might forget the context. So we will be modifying our prompt in a way that it remember everything, and it guides the API like chat OpenAI API to like to perform the response accordingly. Okay. Yes, we will also understand how to integrate different models. Don't worry about that. In the Gemini API, you have also remember that we have passed models in the like options, which we were passing during the generation of response, if you remember, Swastik. So that's how we change our models. We can also pass an array of models. Okay. So we will go through with all of this. Don't worry. Then there is an option for timeouts. Like there might be scenario that it takes a lot of time to process the data. So it will be like there will be a timeout. So we have to retry our logic. We have to like write the smaller prompt. We have to define again the system prompt so that we can overcome out of this issue. Yes, that's the case. You remember that now. All right. So this is how we will be debugging our common issues. Now let's move to the next thing, and that is going to be mini project challenge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, or I'm going to give you some time to like build the project by yourself first, and then I'll be using something to that. All right. So have you got the point? Like what is going to be like, so in mini project challenge, what we are going to do is we are going to create a chatbot based on personality. Like it will be act like a storyteller bot, or it might act like a math tutor, or it might act like a health tips coach. So like the challenge is you will have to choose your own project based on these options. You can choose any one of these options, and you will be creating a chatbot using this. Okay. So it's your task to do the mini challenge live now. You will have to do this. Okay. After that creation, you will be say some of guys will be sharing your uh, chatbot which you have created, and you will be expressing how you have created and what are the issues you have faced, and you can ask questions in the chat. I am available. And reflection time, like how much time it is taking and everything and stuff. So there will be other parameters as well, and then we will be ending our sessions. So now I'm going to show you how we can deal with chat API basics. Okay. So I'm going to teach you how to chat like use OpenAI chat API, and I'm also going to show you multi-turn chat API. Okay. And after that, your task will be to perform a specific personality chatbot. Does it sound interesting to you guys or not? How many of you are ready for the challenge? Just raise your hand
Yes,
so that
sir.
I can have an idea. I want this session to be more interactive to you guys rather than me, because I know how to create things. I want you guys to be a part and learn how to create this stuff. Okay. So that's the case. So you can write in the chat as well. So if you are interested in this kind of session, then it will be more fun, right? So let's start with creation and connection with chat OpenAI chat API. Okay. So first of all, let's open a Google Colab first, and then we will be proceeding further for next set of actions. So we will be opening Google Colab first. All right. So what we have done previously is like we have stored our environment variables as a like variable thing. Now, in our case, like we can replace our Open API key directly in Google Colab. So what we have to do is we have to install OpenAI first. So we will be installing OpenAI because OpenAI is a competitor of Google, right? So by default, they do not keep their package installed. Okay. So we have to install it manually. So first thing first, what we will do, we will be installing OpenAI module. Okay. Yes. Once you have run this command, you are done with installing this module. Next thing we are going to do is like we are going to call from OpenAI import OpenAI. So this is the function we will be using for connecting our uh, API connections. In last session, we were using client, right? From Google, we were importing Gen AI, and on Gen AI, we were using like client. So similar like that, on Gen AI, we were processing in generative AI of Gemini. Now here we will be processing on OpenAI. Okay. So is it clear or not? I want you guys to like perform these actions like along with me, so that if you have any problem or you got stuck somewhere, then you can ask it directly. Okay. Now the next thing is to like create API key and store it over here. So I'm going to create a variable open API key, and I'll be storing those values over here. After setting up your environment variable, what we are going to do is we are going to create a client. And for client, we will be using open AI dot and then wait for sorry, not wait for, just uh, use parenthesis, and you will see these kind of options. So here you can pass API key and these parameters you can pass, right? Default maximum try, maximum retries and all. So if you want, like if it is not generating response, then you want like it should try automatically, retry automatically. So you can pass here maximum, how many maximum retries it should do. Okay. So here we will be passing API underscore key is equal to open API key. Do you guys have any problem till here or not? I think we have discussed this thing in the first session as well, right? Are you guys having any questions? You can ask now, or we can proceed further. Just let me know so that I can move further. All right. So now we can move further, right? So let's move to the next step. After making connection to the API, what we are going to do is we are going to generate a response. And for response generation, we are going to use client dot chat. Here we are going to use chat module, and then you will be getting options like completions with raw response or with streaming response. So we want completions, not like raw other response. We use those response in case of like context, remembering context. So we use those things there with a streaming response and other, and that requires a lot of tokens. So we are going to avoid that. Next, we are going to use create, and here we are going to pass few things. So it accepts various parameters like here model. We need to pass which model we want to use, and you can pass it over like a string. Then if you have audio, then you can pass audio parameters, then like not, then you can pass frequently penalty, then you can pass function call, and you can also pass messages. And function call is being used in like continuous generation of like with context, like when we need to like generate the response, in that case we use function call. And this is an important feature of OpenAI, and this is being used in a lot of real life project. a lot of real life project. Okay, so now we are going to use here, pass here two things. The first thing is model, and the model which we are going to use is GPT-4o mini because that is being allowed in free version. So we are bound to use GPT-4o mini, and then we will be passing here messages. And as I have told you, like in messages, we will be passing system role, right? We have discussed that we will be passing this thing, right? System instructions defines behavior. So this thing we are going to pass here. So how we are going to pass is first we will pass the role of the chatbot first. So for the chatbot role, you need to pass role as system, and then you pass the content as the a specific desired personality you want the that particular segment to behave like. So if you want like it should behave like a helpful assistant, then you have to pass you are a helpful assistant. And here you can pass healthcare assistant in case of healthcare. And then in the role, now you will be passing user, and this will be the part of question asked by user. Okay, so here in content you will be passing the questions asked by user. Now if you want to like the same response, explain generative AI in simple words, right? So this is the question which I want to ask from the API response. So like I'll be passing like this. Why I'm seeing this error? Let me check. Okay, so this is being not closed. Why this is coming up like this? All right, and this is close and still it's showing error. Now after getting response, what we need to do is to like print the response. So here you can directly print response and it will come up with a lot of JSON thing. So let me show you the raw in response we will be getting, and then we will be processing with every other stuff. So in messages, we are passing an array. That's right. Invalid syntax. Okay, sorry, my bad. All right. Now we need the Open API key because now I am going to run this. Then I'll be getting that I do not have parameters, right? 1 second. It is accepting messages and I have passed message. Sorry, that's typing mistake. Now you can see that the error is you did not provided an API key. This was expected. Okay, so I'm going to pass you this code to your chat. So if you have not typed it, you can just copy and paste it in your Google Colab. Okay, now we are going to visit OpenAI for our API key. So what we need to do is we need to go to OpenAI platform and you need to sign up if you have not signed up yet. Okay, and then you can log in with Google. And now you can see that like using Python, this is the way of calling a response. See, we can pass model and then you can pass input. This is just a generic response which we have used in Gemini API. But now we want like system specific or like role behavior specific. That's why we are passing messages, a list of messages, right? And that's it. That is how we will be having answers. So now for API key, what you have to do is you can visit to API references and you will be finding up all the documentation related to API. For getting your API, what you need to do is to create on a start building and you will be redirected to this platform. So now like I'll be using Okay, so I need to create an organization to generate API key, and then I'll be able to generate. So I'm considering myself as an engineer, and organization name I'm putting up like this. You can put your name in your at place of organization name, and then you can generate your API keys. So after creation of in this one, I'll invite my team later, and here you can pass this thing. So I'm creating a session 2, and I'm keeping the default changing the default project to like generative AI workshop. And this is how you can also fill out your form for getting your API key, and click on generate API key. And now you can see that it has given me the test key for my platform, and using Python, this is how it is being suggested to like remember. Now I'll be using this API key at this place. Is there any problem or any issue with this? Then please let me know. Now it is coming up with you are exceeded your current quota. Please check your plan and billing for more details. Okay, so they allow they keep us a rate limit on their API keys. So let me go to their platform and look out for tokens. So like they are asking me to purchase by $2 credit. I'll buy credits later. Now let me check like how to get the free credits on this particular segment. So limits, let me check how many limits we have for GPT-4 and other versions, so that we can use it for free. Okay, so this TPM is considered as tokens per minute. Okay, so this is how you can use it. Current tier free. So once the following, you will automatically move to the next tier. Start by okay. Current tier is free. So we have to check like in free tier how much limit they provide. Okay. All right. Let me check like for free tier what it allow. Okay. So allowed geography is yeah, we are in allowed geography. So why they are not allowing us the free tier? Have you guys created this? Yeah, we have to pay, but there are also options for free users limit. So we can get that. But there are some scenario like where you will have to like use your limit to the working stage. All right. For this B, you need to like get approval from their team based on emails. Okay. So what we can do is like we can go out for Gemini API key. What's your suggestion? Will that work? Just at place of ChatGPT API, we will be using like Gemini API. So the thing is like nothing is going to change. The only thing which is being changed over here is like this API key, and rest other thing is almost similar to both the platforms. So if you got a chance to work on Gemini API key, and if you have the credentials, then you can go out for this. And I can have a paid API key if you want, like in, but it will be having a lower limit, I guess. Let me check out for how much tokens it grant for $5. So if it will allow us something, then like we can purchase that. If I go to purchasing, then all right, here is the API key, and I need to purchase the billing and limits. Okay. So how much they pay? Pricing. I'll have to check. For GPT-5, this is 1250 per 1 million token. Input is per 1 million token. This one is GPT-5 mini. And for like GPT-4 mini, let me check out for some API key which I can give it to you guys. GPT-4 O mini. Okay, it will cost around. All right. Image token, it will take a lot. Okay, so let's upgrade to like $5 and then we can have these transactions. All right, so let me purchase the token for you guys and then we will continue the session. Just allow me 2 minutes. I'll share the API key in the like chat and you can use it. Okay. So all right, so meantime, like you guys can try using like the same thing. Meantime, write the chat configurations which I've said to you, and I'm making the purchase for this. Just give me a few more minutes. I'm purchasing like the API key. But make sure to like do not misuse this API key because it is going to be a recurring payment. So make sure to use it accordingly. All right. Just wait for a while, guys. I'm like not getting a OTP. Just wait for 1 more minute. All right. Okay, so we got the credit and now we can use it. So let me check how much credit I get. All right. So I've added $5 credentials for now. Just we are going to use this API key. All right. So I'll be sharing you the API key as well along with the code. Okay. For your testing part. Now we are going to continue our session. Okay. So let's jump to this segment. Now make a API key call. Just wait for a while. See, and this is how we get the response. This is in JSON format. So if you want the response, then what you have to do, you have to process it like chat response dot choices, because it gives us in multiple choice. Okay, means multiple output. So choices, and we are going to select the first one, and there we will be accessing message, and in message we are going to access content. Let me just quickly show you why we are going in that way. If you will see in chat completion, there is this, and then let me just walk you through it. All right, so you can see that in message this is coming up, and in content inside message there is content. See here, and like this is an array. If you will see in choices, there is a array choice, and then there are a lot of choice. It comes up in most of the scenario. So that's why we process in this way. And now you can see that we are getting response like this, right? And this is how we get the response for this kind of scenario. Okay. Is there any issue or any concern? Then you can ask now. If you have any doubt, please let me know. Please let me know so that we can proceed further and we can have other roundway conversations. All right. Now I'm going to share you the whole code with the API key, and you can copy and paste on your segment and then use it. I didn't get your point, Rehan. Can you let me know what you are trying to ask? Okay, so what is the meaning of these two lines? As I have mentioned, like we will be passing message list, right? And then I have also mentioned that we are going to optimize this in a way that it answers in a particular behavioral way. Like it should act like a doctor, it should act like a administrative officer, it should act like expert of uh, normal assistance. So for that we pass some scenario. So this is, we are passing scenario like for role system, like to chatbot we are mentioning that you are a helpful assistant, consider yourself as a helpful assistant, and then accordingly answer my question. So first we are letting them know that how they should act, and in the second line we are means in the second segment we are passing our input, like what we want answer from them. Okay, so first we let them know like how they should act, and in the second line we are passing how uh, sorry, what we want. Okay, so the AI will respond according to like the role which we have given to them. Okay, have you got the point or not, Swastik? Or is there any still you are having any problem or any confusion? And please try with the API key and please let me know you got the response or not. And then I'll be moving further for like round way conversation, and then I'll assign you the challenge to perform. Great. Sorry for the delay, guys. I was not aware of this, that we must have to purchase this. So really sorry for that. Okay. So now we are going to learn how to make round way conversations. You got the error from OpenAPI import OpenAI API. Rehan, check your keywords. You have passed AI key and you need to pass API key, bro. You are doing it in a wrong way. Just check it out on your first line. Okay, sorry. Like you have passed it. Sorry, that's correct. That's not an issue. I thought you have passed there. No, that's not the issue. AI key client OpenAI. Okay. API underscore key. API underscore key you have passed, and you have passed the variable with correctly. And then response client dot chat dot completions. All right. Dot create, and then model GPT 4o mini is there. So you should just cross check like you are using it or not. It's showing error in response. Can you share me the error response, what error you are getting, so that we can debug your code? Okay, because from one more thing, like change the messages M to a small. You are passing it in capital. In the response call, after model, you are passing messages in capital M. Just change it to a small m and try it, please. Just try it now and let me know. All right. Have you got the answer, Rehan? Okay. Now we will move further for round way communication. Means remembering context and everything other. Okay. So we can say that multi, what was the term? I forgot the term. We were planning to do multi-turn. Yes, multi-turn chat. So now we are going to perform multi-turn chat. Okay. In which it will be also remembering context. All right. Now what I'm going to do is just I'm going to create over here. So we have already stored open API key. So we are not going to create again. So multi-turn chat. What we need to do is to rather than setting up this connection again, I'm going to use the same connection. We have already made a connection. So that's why I'm not going to make a connection again. I'm just going to write you how we can perform other things. So what we are going to do is we will be storing a list of messages. I've already informed you guys that we will be managing a list of messages, right? So here we will be keeping role as system. So by default, I want to inform like ChatGPT that they should act like this way, content, and then I'll be passing content to them as you are a helpful, and this is called prompt engineering. What I'm doing right now is considered as prompt engineering. You need to pass a proper prompt, and that is a part of prompt engineering. Okay, assistant that remembers the conversation. Okay, and then I'm asking them to like act in that way. So So now ChatGPT will have an idea like what they need to do. Now we are going to do the same thing which we have done in the first session. What we have done? We have defined a function to accept user input, right? Sorry, a function to process the chat. So what we are going to do, we are going to take user input, or we can say that questions, and then we will be processing it. How we are going to process it? So we are going to first append in message list. So we will be doing messages dot append, and here I'll be passing role, and role will be user. So if you are not able to type in at this much pace, so don't worry, just focus on what I'm writing and what I'm explaining. Okay. And if you got any question, please ask by turning on your mic. Okay. And here we will be passing user input. All right. What we have done, we have appended so we need to write here messages rather than message, because we need to pass messages inside. Yeah, so keep it message, and this is correct. All right, so we are going to store first append in the message list. After that, we will look out for the response. Now we will be generating response is equal to client dot chat dot completions, right, dot create. And in this we will be passing two things. First, sorry, I've created a wrong parenthesis. Oh, sorry, curly braces over here. That's not required. We will be passing model equals to GPT-4o mini. Please use 4o mini only. Otherwise, we will utilize all our tokens very fast. So please use this model. Do not try any other model. Otherwise, no one will be able to use the API key again. So if we are using the same API key, so please do not make any API calls unnecessarily. Okay, so we will be generating response, and after response, what we will do is we are going to store it like reply is equal to response dot choices, and then select first choice, and then message dot content. Now we are going to do is append it in again message one. So what we are going to do, we are going to append it like role, and now role is going to be of system. Yeah, or we can say that assistant, not system, assistant. Response will be considered as role assistant, and now content will be passed as whatever message we have received. So in content, we will be storing a reply. Any confusion so far? Please let me know. What we have done is we have stored this information, and after once like this has been processed, then we will be passing like returning reply. Any confusion so far? What we have done, we have updated the message history first, and then generated the response from API. After that, we have extracted the reply, and we have again added the assistant reply to the message history. Okay, now I'm going to process the multi-turn process. So there we have used if main, if you remember. Now we are not going to do anything else like that. We are just going to write print, and then we will be like user hello, who are you, and then print here assistant, and here we will be processing chat hello, who are you. So we can also pass like user input directly rather than this. I'll also show you how to do that. Now I'm going to do this with like pre-structured few conversations. So I'm going to just show you 3 conversations just to like apply rate limit. I'm doing this. Okay. so that we should not like misuse this API. So we are asking three questions. Can you remind me what I just asked? And then we will be now write a short poem about our chat. So this is how we are going to deal with. So it will also remember our conversation, because in this question it will be answering to us like what we have asked earlier. Okay, so when I'll run this program, I'll be seeing user, and now you can see that it has processed and it has processed the output properly. So now I'm sharing this code to you guys. So it will be making 3 API calls. Okay. Okay. So Swastik, you asked multi-turn chat. Multi-turn chat means like suppose you have asked a question, it has been answered. So in that case, that is called single turn conversation. When you have been allowed to ask questions again and again, okay, until you are satisfied, or until you want to quit, that is called multi-turn chat. Means you are asking questions again once you receive the response of first question. So this is how multi-turn work. Is it clear, Swastik? How many of you guys have like got this response like this way? Please let me know. Syntax error. Response dot choices of 0 dot message dot content. Before that, you must have done something wrong, buddy. Just show me where you are. Why you are printing this? I'm like quite confused. Okay, so you are given, you have got message, this error message in the first one, right? Can you share me the exact like what is on line number 13? Or just share me the screenshot of your code so that we can debug, or share me the first segment full code. Okay, so you are using client open API key, AI key. Okay, and then response client.chat.completions.create. Okay, model your pause GPT for a many messages role this, and then you have closed. There is indentation issue, might be the case of indentation issue, but let me cross check what is the actual issue. Now we are going to make a multi-turn chat by like utilizing it properly. Yeah, that's what I'm going to show you now. We have done that. Hey, you have put a dot, man, in the last. Just remove the dot. In print line, you have added a dot at the end. Now we are going to utilize this function again. Now we are not going to define this function again. Now we will be just creating a init main function, and that we will be utilizing again. Okay, so let me just show you how to accept input from user and do this. So what we are going to do is we are going to initialize the main function, and then we will be using this segment. Okay. All right. So what we are going to do is just I'm going to write here print and then write AI chatbot, then type quit or exit to a stop. Okay. And please do not make unnecessary calls. So just go for 3 rounds only. Do not make more than 3 inputs. Okay. So what you have removed, man? I have asked you to remove a single dot from line number, like print line. You have removed, I think, from somewhere else. So you need to just remove from this line. You have added a dot at the end in this line and keep the rest same. Okay. Now I'm going to show you like how you can make take input from user and then use it. Please turn it like type quit or exit just after 3 responses so that everyone can use the limit. Okay. So user input, we will be taking up like this input u, similar like the Gemini API calls, if you remember. And then if user dot, user input dot include, first lower it, convert into lowercase and then check out for includes, or check out for membership operator in quit, exit, or a stop. In all these cases, we will be stopping it. Okay. For all these keywords, we will be stopping our API. So what we will do, print chat ended, and after that we will just break out the loop. And if not, that's not the case, so in that case we will be calling reply is equal to chat, and then we will be passing user input to them. Okay. And at last, print assistant comma reply comma slash n, just to make sure like it starts with new line. Okay. Is there any confusion or any doubt? Then please let me know. So what it will do, it will ask out for the same thing. What you want? So I'll be asking here the same question. Hello, how are you? And then again, the next question I'll be asking, can you remind me what I just asked? See, here it has responded with hello. Now you can see that it has remembered our conversation and it mentioned hello again. I am your AI assistant, right? Here I am an assistant. Here it's considering that I am an AI assistant, and this is how it remembers the context and like it remembers the conversation. Right. So this is how like normal AI like chatbots work. Now see, it will write the conversation, and now please after this turn type exit, a stop, or like chat ended, and this is how it will work. I'm sharing you the chat script. Just write and use it. I'm pasting the first conversation, first one as well. Just use the last which I have shared, Sujit. I've also shared the first conversation. So this is how multi-turn chat works. If there any confusion, any doubt, please let me know. Okay, so how many of you have tried with user input in multi-turn chat? Please raise your hand or write in the chat, please. So this is how we process the things behind the scene. Okay. So whenever you are like having a conversation with the chatbot, so now you have the idea how they are processing the data, right? Suppose we have generated a chatbot for a website. So what we have done, we have passed all our website data here in the first chat. Here we have what we have let them know that you are a helpful assistant that remembers the conversation. So what we can do, we can feed them about our company. So let me just give you a quick demo, like how we can do that for an actual chatbot use case. Now your task will be to perform like a specific chatbot. Okay, now I'm showing you how I'm making it a specific chatbot for my website. So like if we visit to our website and we will generate like feed data from here, what we are going to do is we are going to copy this text and going to feed them here. Okay, so we are going to feed them like this, and this is a multi-line text. So what we need to do, we need to use triple quote, right? So we have given them initial message. Now what we are going to do is like we need to let me just create a new notebook. That will be better, right? Otherwise it will be very confusing for you guys. So let me just install this, and then we will be like using this API key. So this is how you will have to create a new notebook, and this is how you will have to process the new chatbot. Okay, so please make sure create chatbot like this way. I'm showing you the example in your challenge. Okay, now I am going to provide them this function so that we can process the chat. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one user input code over here, and this is how a smaller chunks of code being assembled to work as a proper program. Okay, all right, so I have fed them data. Just wait for it. Is now I'm going to ask what services HSR provides. This is a genuine question, right? Now wait for the response. Do we got the correct answers or not? So this is how it works as a proper chatbot for a specific task. Okay, suppose we have provided them content like this. So let me just go through with something which I can ask. All right, so if I'm going to ask for which company size you work. Okay, and now just wait for, see, it has answered like HSR Tech Solutions caters to company of all sizes, right? And it has gathered this information from our data which we have provided to them, right? If I'm going to ask them, do you provide training services? Let's see what it answers. So just wait for their response. Yes, HSR iTechs also provide training services aimed at helping young minds integrate into the IT ecosystem with ease. Our training programs are helpful to equip individuals with the necessary knowledge required to succeed in various information technology. So you can see that like it is giving us the precise answers which we should expect from them. Are you guys impressed with these answers or not? I'm going to share you this code and I would like to perform some actions over this first, and then I'll give you the challenge. Okay. And after performing actions, please let me know, like, is it working fine as per your expectations or not? That's the actual test. The bot should act perfectly well to all of you. Then only we can consider that this is an actual chatbot, right? How many of you have tried this chatbot and answered it properly? Now, challenge is to choose any one of these topics and please write your challenge in the chat first. And then uh, I'll give you 15 minutes to work on your bot, like to optimize your bot for your specific purpose. Okay. And then we will be having a session for presenting it. I'll select randomly one of three of you, and they will have to present, and rest of you have to submit your like a specific chatbot in Jupyter, sorry, in Google Colab file, in WhatsApp group, or you can share it directly in the chat link. Okay, directly in the chat link, public URL, so that we can have access to all the chatbots which you guys will be creating. Okay, so this is going to be an interesting session for me. I don't know you guys are interested or not, because I have not seen any option selection so far. I'm asking you to choose any one options from this for which you want to optimize your bot. And what you have to do is you have to provide a prompt which similar like a knowledge base which I have provided from my website. You have to pass a knowledge base related to this thing, like a specific for a storyteller bot, or a specific for a math tutor bot, or a specific for a health tips coach. Any one bot you have to choose, and then you will be designing your prompt accordingly, and you will be submitting the collab file here. And I'll be selecting three of you to present it by sharing your screen, and then we can have a quick discussion, or I'll be sharing a screen and asking you to like turn on your mic and explain why you have given that prompt. So that will be the case. So if you are feeling shy, don't do that. Please participate, and it will be like more engagement in our conversations, and it will be helpful for you guys as well. And how many of you have tried like the HSR chatbot? Please let me know. Okay, so Rehan has tried. What about others? Are you guys sleeping? Because I'm not getting any answers from Aisha, neither from Panthamil, neither from Abhishek, neither from Devinanda, neither from Chandrakala, not a single from Midun. Hasita is also like on silent. Lanvita is also on silent. Priyadarshini is also silent. You should reply at least in the chat. All right, Rehan, do you have any question? Okay, so you can turn down your hand. All right, now it's time to select any options from the segment which you are seeing on the screen. Just select any one from these fives and write in the chat first. So Sampath has selected he will work on health tips. All the best, Sampath. What about others? Why you guys are not taking on the challenge? You should take on. Swastik is now in the line. He will work on math tutor. All the best, Swastik. At least five guys come up with like these challenges, man. What about Rehan? I'll do practice bot, Rehan. Okay. Harsita, you should also choose at least one. Jasmine should also choose one. And Sarangi, you should also choose one at least. So we are going to have a like quick challenge. Yeah, go ahead, Swastik. You can turn on your mic and also ask.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Sir, in mathematics, like how to format the outputs, like in fractions, it is not returning the division icon. It is just telling the fraction by spelling like FRAC, like that.
Just tell them to
Or like,
use. Just tell them to use as like mathematical symbols used on web.
okay, sir.
Okay.
So like also for squares, cubes, like
Yeah,
that.
it will like consider that. Have someone completed other than Punit? Just share the Google Colab link like this. Now let me show what he has done. So he has generated a chatbot for storytelling. Okay. Now let's generate. So let's see. it generates a romantic love story or not. I've given the prompt. Okay. First, let me close this conversation. Once upon a time in quantum. Okay, so it's coming up with some foreign conversation. So let's try it with Indian verse. Tell me an Indian horror story. Let's see how it acts. So in the quaint village of Banyan Grove. Hmm. All right, it it's working fine. Now let's move for the other submission, and that is from Rehan. All right, let's see his project. He has worked on, I think. Okay, so give us the access, man. You should have shared like the public URL. I'm requesting the access. Please grant us the access. Rehan, there must be email received to you for access to this. Please grant us the access. Okay, thank you. What you have shared, edit mode, how I can work on this. Okay, open it with Google Colab. Let's see how is bot working on. So you have created, okay, at bottom your bot is there. So welcome tutor interview assistant. Okay, you have created a virtual interview assistant. All right, you have selected something else, man. Ryan has selected for like practice job practice bot. Yes, you have done perfect. Great. Okay, so I am having a lot of active sessions. So I need to close some of the sessions. So let me check. Untitled Chiro is here. Okay. So I'll be closing Untitled 3 then. Okay, but based on response, it's looking good. So do not need to run it again. No worries. So you've done a great job, man. What about others? Just share quickly. Okay, so Balmiki Singh has also completed. Let's see his project. You have also shared the normal link. I'm asking you for the access. Please grant us the access. Balmiki. I've requested for the access. Please grant us the access. Okay, Ragini, ask the question. What's your concern?
Sir, I just returned from college and joined the meeting. How to catch up?
Okay, so we have reached so far away. We have learned how to create multi-turn chatbot. Okay, and we have used ChatGPT API. So for that, I have shared the my company's API key. So whenever you are going to use that, please use it like in a responsible way. Do not make so many API calls because that's going to cost us a lot. So use it accordingly. Okay,
Okay.
and all these things you can like get from the chat. So if you will go through with the chat, you will have all the idea what we are going through. And
Uh,
yeah,
Actually, it's a new meeting, right? So the chat is not available right now. It's showing that the chat is turned off for this meeting.
I don't know how why this is coming up. I have turned on the chat. Let me check again. Participants, meeting chat on. This is on for everyone.
Yeah, right now it's showing on, but the old chat is not loaded yet.
Okay, no worries. You can like get all the resources from the website. It will be uploaded by tonight only.
Okay,
you can,
can I complete the project by tonight and send it to you within the morning so that for it can be
yeah,
assessed?
sure. Yeah, sure. You can do that.
Okay, Shannon. Thank you.
Yeah. And what about like, okay, Valmiki has granted the access. What you have done, Valmiki? Okay, you are a fun bot. Oh, nice. A playful, witty, and entertaining chatbot. Your job is to tell jokes. Wow, I like it. Something interesting. Okay, so I'm not going to run it. I'm an AI chatbot. All right, I will run it now. It sounds interesting. So let me turn off other collab then. I'm going to turn off 3 and I'm also going to turn off 4 just for you, Balmiki. You have created the interesting chatbot. Let's see. Okay. Chris Agrawal, yeah, go ahead, man. What's your doubt?
So actually, I am in the same college with Ragini,
Mm-hmm.
and I also joined now. So
Mm-hmm.
can I also submit with her
Yeah,
tomorrow?
everyone can submit by tomorrow. There is not
Okay.
any limitations, man.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
This is just for your engagement. If you are interested, then you should practice that. It is just to encourage you. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. Swastik.
sir,
Yeah.
I have BS code. So how should I send it to you? Like, is there any?
Create a GitHub repo, man, and send it in the chat.
Okay, 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 sir. Okay.
Yeah. Assistant, why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. Nice, man. Great prompt. Good job, buddy. Who is this? Valmiki, I think, right? Good job, Valmiki. Then I have submission from Sujit as well. That's interesting. Have you shared the public link or you have also shared us like the restricted link? No, he has shared the public link. Thank you, Sujit, for considering my request beforehand. Okay, so you have created a creative storyteller bot. Okay. Okay, so you have created a bot. You must have to enter like you must return short stories. Okay, so that it not consume more like tokens. Otherwise, like in your one story, all of our tokens will be exhausted and we will be done and dusted. We still have one more day to like survive. All right. So let's see how is storytelling works. Now I have do not have any active session. Why it is considering it again? It was a dark and a story night in the middle of the counter. Okay. Zara, it's become too short. All right. I want like a thriller story. Let's see how your bot perform. Your bot failed, man. Okay, so this is saying invalid API key. Oh, where is your open API key, man? You have not placed it here. All right. I have not expected this, at least. But anyway, your prompt is looking quite promising. So let's replace it with API key and see how it performs. So I want a thriller story. Let's see. There is one more error. Chat completion message object is not subscriptable. So just bug on the output processing, man. Rest is fine. Yeah, you can see now it's working fine. Okay. All right. So we have got submissions, a lot of submissions. Thank you so much, guys, for actively participating in this. So Sujit, thank you. All right. Now we can move to the next segments of our session. All right. So now we will be moving next to our. All right. So we have gone through our project challenge. We have also reflection time, gone through with the reflection time. Now we will move for the key takeaways from today's like this session. All right. So for reflection, I'll be asking some questions. So we'll move to that. Before that, we should also understand like what are the key takeaways. So I think you must have learned how to handle multi-turn conversations. Am I right or not? Just let me know. Have you learned multi-turn conversation or not? Okay. Then you must have understood that chatbots are equal to Q&A plus context memory, not only Q&A, right? All right. Now, the next thing we have learned is like system role control, tone and personality is quite important, right? Or not? Earlier, you guys were confused with these things, but now I think you must be more. All right. Your bot is also correct. Rajesh, thank you. Swastik has also shared. And Swastik, let me check your code first. Okay, so your job is to help students in math tutoring. Prompts looks good. That's correct. All right, good job, buddy. Swastik, you have also done a good job. And I think we can say that you have built your first chatbot loop. So first of all, clap yourself for building your first chatbot. And now I'll be also letting you know what you should expect next. So for tomorrow in the morning session, we will be having prompt engineering techniques discussion. Then we will be having a structured outputs JSON formatting, like how we can understand and how we can go through with it. Okay. And then there is adding memory and context. So we will be learn how to add memory and context to a particular bot. And then we will be having a team hackathon challenge. So I'll request you guys to like communicate with your colleagues in the group and prepare a team of 3 people in one group. Okay. If you want to participate in hackathon challenge, then prepare your team of 3 people beforehand. All right. So you can communicate with within the group and form the team. And please let me know in the WhatsApp group itself, like your team member's name and email address so that we can have a proper hackathon challenge during the workshop itself. So it will be a live hackathon challenge. Okay. So we'll be building a smaller and small chatbot and we will be dealing with it. All right. Now I have 2 questions. First of all, then I'll take up your questions. So first question is, what surprises you about Chat GPT responses? I would like your like answer on this. What surprised you about ChatGPT responses? And the next question from my side is like, how did system instruction change the bot's behavior? So these are the two questions from my end. Other than that, I'm open to take your questions now. Meanwhile, you guys are writing answers. Yeah, Ragni, go ahead.
Sir, I wanted to ask that if I face any sort of challenge, can I approach you for it?
Yeah, everyone can approach to me anytime.
Just on WhatsApp, there are two WhatsApp. I think there is one HSR technology account and there
That
is
is a
one.
company account. So you can
Okay.
approach us to my personal account then in that case.
Which is
I have shared some messages in the group, so you will get the idea.
okay. Okay. Sure. Thank you.
Yeah, second question is like, how did system instructions change the bot's behavior? That is like um, like we have provided approach by providing who is the system and who is the user, the role kind of thing. So that's my concern. Like, is it change the behaviors, bot's behavior or not? That's the question. Because we have processed chat in two way by providing behave, their roles and without providing their roles. So these are the two things. And people who are getting stuck in finding out the resource, so visit hsrsolutions.com co.in and then look out for workshop. Even you can directly Google search Google like HSR workshop and you will get a link at least, or you can search HSR solutions workshops and you will get like this, and you can go to here and you can find all the resources here. I will be updating like this. You can find it out Q&A assistant Google Colab here. You can find Gemini API calls assistant like Google Colab here. Session 1 PPT, you can find it out over here. Session 1 video, you can find it over here. On Teams, you will not be able to access the recordings. That's due to some security concerns. So try to access from here. That's right, Rajesh. All right. So again, there is a request from you guys. Please provide feedback to us so that we can perform and serve you in a better way. So I have generated I have got a feedback form link from the team. So I'll be sharing that to you guys. Please provide feedbacks to them so that I like team can plan things for you guys in more prominent way. Okay, so just wait for 5 minutes. I'm sharing you the link. And beforehand, if you have any questions, please go ahead and you can ask now. And one more thing, like these feedbacks are being considered as attendance. So I would request everyone to please fill out this thing because team is marking your attendance based on this, and attendance will be calculated for your participation certificate generation. So please make sure to like respond to feedback at least. And please do not share this recipe to anyone who has not joined the meetings at all. Okay, because I'm also sharing in the group, so please make sure that. And who were having like their classes, so that's not a problem. You can fill out the feedback form. You will be getting considered as present, and please submit your projects accordingly. All right. If you guys are interested in joining our community, then I have shared the link in the group, and I'll also ask the team to update community link over this page. So whenever you got stuck to finding any information, you can visit here and find out the things. Okay. And for tomorrow session link, I'll be sharing that in the group itself. So please join before time. And I would request everyone to please be present. And thank you so much, man, for being so nice audience. And I would like you should also come with the same energy tomorrow for the next two session. You need to like bear me for the next 4 to 5 hours. So we will not be taking much time. The planned schedule is of 3 hours. That's because we were considered you guys to be a bit more less interactive. So that's why that has been planned for 3 hours. But you guys are more interactive, so it's being so easy for me to drive the sessions easily. So that's why it is getting ended up in only 2 hours rather than like expanding to 3 hours. So thank you so much for being so much nice audience. And thank you, man. You guys can drop off now. Just provide the feedbacks to us before leaving. Thank you so much. Thank you for choosing HSR High Tech Solutions. See you guys in the next session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.